If you have a lot of spiritual inquisitiveness, I'm sure the word Kundalini has triggered a lot of interest in you, isn't it? Yes. There is a whole lot of information out there on the internet about this term. There are a lot of gurus, saints, or probably a lot of mentors teaching about how you can kindle and awaken this energy in a short span and gain some mysterious energies. But it is indeed not that easy, and if you don't take appropriate steps and go a little slow about this whole process, it can also lead into a bit of a serious complication. So in today's special episode, let's try to understand the basics of Kundalini and what you can do about awakening this if you're really keen or interested about this whole phenomena. Well, first, to understand Kundalini at the basic level, this is a dormant, spiritual, humongous energy that resides at the tip of your own spinal cord called the Mooladhara chakra or the base chakra, which is residing like a serpent coiled probably 3.5 times, So when you work towards awakening your spiritual energies, this slowly starts surging up. This slowly starts awakening up through your nadis into a specific pathway, going dimension after dimension deeper into your own self, and finally reaching a stage where there is a sacred space called crown center or Sahasrara chakra, where when it touches that specific aspect or energy portal, there is a huge rain of blissful energy that showers on you, which feels something like an enlightened experience. And this can indeed give a lot of joy or probably some sort of a divine experience which is probably difficult for somebody to articulate or to express in words. Some people say they see a sudden shift in their physical condition when they are experiencing such a rays, like feeling some sense of warmth or heat passing through their body, some tingling sensation, some strange feeling like an impulse of electricity passing through their senses. Or some people say that there is an emotional upsurge of probably a sudden shoot up of joy or some sort of an ecstasy, or sometimes even some sort of fear, anxiousness or apprehension that's experienced, because as I told you, sometimes it's not channeled or guided or mentored appropriately. This can also lead into a bit of complication. Now, there's also a lot of spiritual insights that one can experience during this, like probably seeing some colorful, vibrant energies or conversing with some energies, so on and so forth. Well, whether it is true or not only comes in the second part. First, we have to understand what is this energy language that we are trying to explore here. And at the basic level, it is extremely important. Kindly note, if you're somebody who has curiosity about Kundalini, this is of paramount importance, that you have to understand that along with appropriate guidance, you have to know what are the preparations that you'll have to do and how you have to integrate this whole thing. I'll give you a small example here. Now, if you're spiritually feeling that elevation and you do not know how to handle yourself, how to win some basic insecurities in life, how to handle your own apprehensions or negative thoughts or jealousy or competitiveness or whatever other lower frequency energies, then this contradicting energy, one raising up and the other pulling you down, don't you think it can create a lot of mess in your brain, in your thoughts? Yes. So it is very important that you seek guidance from a good guru or a mentor who knows what exactly has to be internalized individually in you, so that you can really take this as a blissful celebrativeness in the whole process. Right. So as I told you, in exploring this, you'll have to first understand some basic energy language like the 7 chakras, for instance. So we have 7 energy portals within ourselves. The first one being Mooladhara chakra, which is at the tip of the spinal cord, radiating in its own frequency, which I'll talk to you about in detail in the coming episodes. And then you have the Swadhisthana, or the sacral center, which is the lower abdominal region. And then we have the Manipura chakra, which is also called as the solar plexus in English, at the tummy level or the level of the belly button. And then we have the Anahata chakra, that which cannot be destroyed. So this radiates in the vibrant green energy, which is also called as the heart chakra. And then comes the Vishuddha chakra, which is blue in color, which is called as the throat center. And then the Agna chakra, which is indigo in color, which is also called as the brew center, easy to locate in between the two eyebrows. And then comes the crown center, which is about 2 feet above your head, which is called as the Sahasrara because of the multiple petals that it has, unlimited number of petals. Some people call that as 1000 plus, but Sahasra means unlimited, right? So these chakras is important for us to know at least at the basic level, so that when you're experiencing the energy raising up within yourself at the subtle level, you know what is the level you have to work at, what is it that you have to internalize and integrate at this level of the energy raising up. Otherwise, as I said, this can create a lot of confusion and disharmonious energy within your own self. So it is also important for you to understand and learn that this is not something that happens only to people who do real serious sadhana, leaving all the other materialistic job of their life. No, it is not. Please understand, at a subtle level, all of us have this tendency to raise up our energy, to have this blissful experience. So through our yoga or breath exercise or the good natured living that we do, it is always trying to surge up. And not just that, there are some conscious efforts that we do which we do not know. For instance, masculine and a feminine energy getting together, merging together is not just a physical or sexual activity. It is indeed an promotion of the whole energy to raise up, to be able to understand that and parallelly feel that super consciousness that awakens with this very activity. There are multiple other activities which we do in our life, which I will talk to you about in the coming episodes, but we are not aware of that. We only stick to the joy or the mysticism that comes alongside, but we don't really know that this indeed is a deep spiritual phenomena or an activity. In all that you do, whatever, your yoga practice, your breath exercise, your chanting, your specific tantric practices if any, or any other sadhana, if you internalize that a bit and see what is it that is demanding out of you, what is that you have to let go, what is that you have to incorporate, like for example being more compassionate. For instance, if you are working through the energy of Mooladhara, let's say the energy is raising up through that level, then you should also know that you should be in a position by now to be able to handle fear of death appropriately, to be able to overcome the fear of anything pertaining to future, the insecurity as we call it as, or the restlessness can become more settled in you. So without you being stable in this aspect, if you just think I'm energetically good, better, somebody has given you attunement and then you paid a big huge fees for it, somebody very sophisticated touched you and then you felt that good thing and then it's done. No, it is not. Let me tell you, my dear friends, it is not just one event like a rocket launch that happens. Many years back when I was doing some meditative sadhana, I realized this, that it is a series of experiences that happens in it's like an orchestra, everything flowing together, and then you feel a harmony and then maybe there is a disharmony and then you are consciously working towards it, and then it's a continuous process. Sometimes our ego doesn't let that to be accepted, or somebody who is probably vouching to attune you in one single touch out, something doesn't want you to feel that way because his ego is also playing a role there, right? I'm not denying that there are no masters like this who are capable or not capable of doing this, but you working through it, you being grounded, being humble enough to understand that it is an internal journey also. Every thought, every action, every feeling, every act is also working alongside is very, very important. I hope this information is useful for you. Next time I'll meet you again with another useful information on drugless therapy. If you felt this useful, then please share with your spiritual friends also, because I'm sure even sometimes they can also be in this delusion with some fancy words that's been used of late, especially with all the social media bringing these terms so easily and available for us. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you again. Take care of yourself.